Can you give me a real world scenario?
Okay, so picture this. It is 3 o'clock on a Tuesday. A leader's team gets an all hands email. We've all seen those, right? Sent out by
Hmm.
someone 3 levels above them, and it's announcing everything that they've built their workflow around is now changing. The system they've spent 2 years mastering is now suddenly going to be replaced. And so that also means in the person's mind, they're immediately thinking, my responsibilities are going to be restructured. And by the way, there's 48 hours to adjust to this and then show up ready to go.
Yikes. That email, huh?
Yes, that email. Here's the thing about that. This isn't uncommon. For leaders today, this is actually very common and it's what their operating reality looks like.
But I'm guessing the problem isn't the change itself.
Yeah, exactly. And this is what I want people to hear. The change itself is not what breaks trust because change happens, right? The change itself is also not what kills engagement. It's what happens or doesn't happen in the space between the announcement and then the action. It's the silence. And that leads to ambiguity. And that leads to change feeling like this is being done to me rather than it's being done with me.
Okay, can you say a little bit more about that part?
Yeah, there's a huge difference in how your nervous system responds to something that's being done to you versus something that you're participating in. And so even if the outcome is the same when you're done to, you're a victim in the story, right? And you feel helpless in that way. But when you're done with, when you're a part of it, when you have a voice and when you understand the reasoning, then you know what support looks like and you shift into being a participant of that change. And that's where real agency lives.
So the 48-hour timeline, that's not actually the problem.
It might be part of the problem. Okay, right? Nobody's going to love a 48-hour timeline with a massive software update or change in process, but that's not the core issue because those things, again, those happen. The core issue is, did my team get any relationship time with their leader around this change? Did anyone actually sit down to help them understand what this means for them specifically? Or did they just get an email and a training schedule?
And most of the time, it's just the email and the training, right?
Yeah, it's just the email and the training, which means that the team's sitting there asking questions in their heads, questions that they're probably not going to ever voice to their leader. And then nobody's really ever going to answer them.
Can you, I should say, address what those questions are?
Yes. The three that I see, we just experienced this with a client that was going through, actually, it was a vacation, a massive vacation policy change. The three that came up there that I heard in my head and realized, gosh, these are the ones we hear all the time. They determine whether people want to move forward with you or if they want to step back and protect themselves. And the first question is, what does this mean for me?
Not what does it mean for the organization?
Nope. It's not that they don't care about the organization, but human psychology and behavior says, what does it mean for efficiency in my role in this position that I'm in every day? They're asking, am I still going to be good at what I do? Am I going to be able to comply with this? Will my expertise still fit? Will it matter? And then what happens to the relationships that I've built or the pattern that I've become accustomed to and comfortable with? And underneath all of that, do I see myself in this new future?
That sounds really personal.
Yeah, it's deeply personal because your work isn't just something that you do. It's a part of your identity and it's proof that you're capable. It's proof that you matter. It's proof that you've built something. So when you show up somewhere every day, those are the things, those are the stories that you're living that are your real life playing out and in front of other people with the company, but also to yourself. And so if you're now being told that that's changing and you don't have a choice, not you won't always get a choice, but if you don't have a part in that or feel like you have a role in that, naturally you start to wonder if you're changing, if you're still going to be valuable in that landscape.